Hey everyone, welcome to Becoming a Nun. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a good week. This week, I want to tell you about limiting beliefs and how it's not too late to better yourself and overcome anything. So, I was reading Reddit earlier today and I saw a man, he's 29 years old, he's in the UK, he was raised Jehovah's Witness, and is having a very difficult time in his life. He left in his early 20s, moved in with a woman. Through a series of unfortunate events, he has severe mental health issues and is now living back with his Jehovah's Witness mother. In any case, the point of his post was to talk about how he felt that he'd already wasted his life. He felt that it was too late. He even said, I'm 29, I don't have an education, I don't have a job, and I'm living with my mother. There's nothing I can do. That's a limiting belief. So what is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is anything that you tell yourself that prohibits you from achieving greatness and doing more. His limiting belief was, it's too late. I've already wasted my time. Another limiting belief may be, I've devoted so much time to the church, I may as well just keep devoting more. Yet another limiting belief might be that, if it is true, life will be much better in the end anyway. Therefore, with that limiting belief, you're prohibiting yourself from doing and living a full, accomplished, fun, and enjoyable life, from finding all joy in life. So how do we overcome limiting beliefs? Well, the first step is to identify them. This man, he commented on Reddit, talked about how he believed that he needed to continue in the Jehovah's Witness faith because he'd already wasted so much of his life. He was giving up. He was telling himself why he couldn't do something. The first step is to identify your limiting beliefs. Take a moment and think back, and what have you done, maybe in regard to leaving the church, to going to school, to finding a job, to saving money, that have prevented you from fully living? What are things that you tell yourself that you say, I'm not good enough, it's too late? Once you've identified those, you need to work on changing the story, ensuring that you now understand why those beliefs are limiting you, and try to figure out how they're not limiting you, how you can change them to where they benefit you. For instance, this man, 29 years old, living with his mother, had been raised a Jehovah's Witness, spent a few years away from the organization, and now believed that he couldn't advance. I would challenge him to think about what he's learned in his journey. He was raised without birthdays, without Christmas, being kicked out of the classroom because a student would be celebrating their birthday and bring a cake to school. Then he found freedom. He left. He escaped and went through the heartbreak of losing his family. Then, after that, he came upon hard times. He went back. He's now living with his mother. Yes, could it be too late? If one lets himself think that way. But he's only a third of his life complete. And in that third of his life, he's spent somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 years exploring and determining what he wants and what he doesn't want. Right now, he knows he does not want to be a Jehovah's Witness. He knows that he wants to find happiness and to find joy. That is powerful. With that knowledge, he can transform his limiting belief into something of the nature that I've experienced a lot, and now it is time to start living. He can go to school. He can find a job. He can move out. Will it be tough? Absolutely. But the journey to happiness is almost never an easy one. By exploring these limiting beliefs, understanding how we are preventing ourselves from advancing on the path to happiness, you will be able to overcome the obstacle and seek joy. you will be able to become happy, to become free, and to become a nun. Anyway, have a good Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Please share and subscribe below. I'll see you next week.